What's up? Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here with a very important topic. Why do I trade with such a small account? I am a fucking multimillionaire. Why am I so proud about making $500 or $1,000 in a day? I get this question a lot because you have a lot of traders, their whole goal is to trade with a big bankroll and make $50, $100, $200,000 in a day. I've been there. I've made $50, $100, even $200,000 in a day. It's fun. It was a rush, especially my first $100,000 profit day when I was a wee little freshman in college. I had 3 fake IDs taken away from me. I couldn't even get into a fucking bar, and yet I'm earning basically a lawyer's annual salary in one day. And I'd even time it right. If I held another day, it would have been 200,000. But that is the potential for my strategy. But what I've learned is that most of my students have small accounts. So while it might be fun for me to make $50 or $100 or $200,000 in a day, it's not useful to you. It doesn't help you learn. It might inspire you, but I've already also done that before. And the cool thing is 2 of my millionaire students, Stephen Dux and Michael Good, and actually Tim Grattani, 3 students, trade rather big. So they might still win $25, $50, $100, $200,000 in a day, so they can inspire you. For me, it's more about teaching you guys the process because frankly, there's nobody else trading with a small account teaching you the process. How to grow a small account into something big. Most people who have small accounts and trading with small accounts, they don't know shit. That's why they have a small account. Nowhere else in the entire world of finance is any rich, successful, experienced person willing to downgrade themselves and trade like a fucking poor person, okay? This is like me going to the opera dressed as a fucking homeless person, okay? That's basically what I'm doing here. Do you know how fucking boring it is for me to trade and try to be like, ooh, I made $500. Ooh, I made $1,000. It's shit. But the good news is I'm not interested in those highs anymore. The new highs that I get are from teaching and creating millionaires. When I see a student, when a student messages me and says, look, I just made $500 or $1,000 for the first time and their eyes are opened. That is what really gets me out of bed every day. I can make $100,000 and not tell a fucking living soul about my strategy and make $50,000 and $100,000 and fucking drink a shitload and buy bottles at the club and fucking race my Ferrari into the fucking ground. That would be boring, okay? That's how the Wolf of Wall Street did it, although he scammed people. I actually do it honestly, but that stuff is boring. For me now, teaching and charity, I know that sounds weird, but these are my adrenaline highs right now. Like when I build a new school and I'm hugging a family and now that kid actually has a potential future thanks to the school that I just fucking built, that's amazing for me. Everybody has different things that fulfill them, okay? I have the Ferrari, I have the Lamborghini, I have the McLaren, I've driven them all roughly 200 miles an hour. I've gotten nauseous, I've gotten scared, I've been on jets, I've been on yachts, I've lived in penthouses and mansions, I've been all over the fucking world. I'm looking all over the place for fucking fulfillment. And the funny thing that happened along the way, 2 things that fulfill me, charity and teaching. So I'm gonna teach with a small account. I'm gonna trade with a small account. I'm gonna teach you how to make $500 in a day or $1,000 in a day. I'm gonna teach you how to lose $50 or lose $200 or sometimes lose $300 or $400 because sometimes small losses are the best case scenario. Sometimes you're just gonna be wrong no matter how much work or how much preparation you put in. Small losses are not the end of the world. I know some people think so. They get discouraged. Oh, Tim, I've had 4 losses in a row. Shut the fuck up, you fucking pussy, okay? It doesn't matter if you have small losses in a row. It's good to learn to lose small. Every great trader that I've ever met has learned how to lose. I would be more worried about people where they think that they have to pitch a fucking perfect game and they have no losses. And they're like, I'm invincible, I will never lose. And then they lose all their money on the next trade, okay? So I want you to learn the correct way of getting rich. This is why I have 5 millionaire students and dozens of students who have earned 5 and 6 figures. Actually, probably dozens of students now in the 6 figures, hundreds of students in the 5-figure range. It takes time and I'm proud to teach you the process starting if you just have a small account. That's it. This is why I trade with a small account because that is point A. And you can always learn when you have a bigger account later on. You can always trade more aggressively later on. I'm more worried about teaching you the basics, the fundamentals, the foundation. Then you can take that and I'm basically just training wheels. So let me be your training wheels to you, you know? I never had a teacher, okay? So I'm trying to think, what can I do? What can I be the most helpful way for you to learn? And that's why I trade with a small account. And I take it seriously, even though it's laughable and boring to me, you know, to make 500 or 1,000. It's not just the money, it's the process. I'm pumped up if I make $500 over the weekend or something, and it's a 20% gain on a stock because the pattern is repeatable. The strategy is teachable. That's what pumps me up. It's not just the money. And I'd rather trade with a small account so that you understand where my priorities are. There's a lot of chat rooms, they just buy a low float stock and they sell it within seconds. And it's so their entire chat room buying it and they're just selling into the chat room. And they're like, look, I made $50,000. Look how easy that is. What did you do? You did nothing that's useful for your students. You fucking use them. So for me, the money that I make from trading, first of all, I also donate it all. I should have mentioned that too. If I make $100,000 or $200,000 in a day, it all goes to fucking charity. I make more from teaching and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm proud of it so you know where my priorities are. I get paid, I make more when I have more successful students. I don't get paid, I don't make more if my students lose all their money or if they lose money and they just say, oh, this sucks, Tim Sykes sucks, penny stocks suck. It's in my own best interest to create the most successful students. And you have to start with a small account. If you have a big account, wire out half, wire out 3/4. Go trade with a small account. Challenge yourself. See what you can do to build it up. It's actually amazing and it teaches you the fundamentals. And I know that's not a fun process, but it's a necessary process. Leave a comment just below this video if you're gonna be a dedicated student. Trade small, small gains add up. It's good to be real, fuck fakers. Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I wanna share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.